Wearing your seatbelt can be the difference in saving you money and saving you and your family's life. A simple click before you drive a motor vehicle on a North Carolina highway can save you financially and save lives. You should listen to me today because I have 10 years of fire experience. I have 5 years in law enforcement and have seen many seatbelt related incidents and deaths. My name is Tyler Parrott. Everyone needs to wear their seatbelt, and the answer to the problem is simply just buckle up. Through this speech, I want you to visualize how wearing your seatbelt can affect you and your family. People need to wear their seatbelts at all times. People that do not wear their seatbelts may lose lives and lose money out of their pocket. I personally have seen many accidents where people have been ejected from vehicles, have lost limbs, lost loved ones, all from not wearing their seatbelt. I can personally tell you from experiences that it's hard to imagine going and knocking on a door of a mother or a father and having to tell them their kid is dead all over a simple seatbelt that would have taken 5 seconds for them to put on. Wearing your seatbelt can reduce fatal injury by 45%, pointed out by NHTSA. And you are 30 times more likely to be ejected in a crash from not wearing your seatbelt. And 3 out of 4 that are ejected usually die from their injuries, which is pointed out by teamdriversource.org. Consequences of not wearing your seatbelt can also mean you receiving a ticket. For not wearing your seatbelt as a driver or a front seat passenger in North Carolina, that costs you $179 and no points on your license. An adult in the back seat costs $10 each and no points on their license. A child unrestrained in the vehicle will cost $238 and 2 points on their license, pointed out by buckleupnc.org. As described earlier with the motor vehicle accidents, there was 40,231 motor vehicle deaths in 2017, pointed out by CDC.org. You can pay between $179 to $238 for not wearing your seatbelt. You can be criminally liable for a child dying in your motor vehicle during a crash for not making sure they were properly restrained. Those are 3 very important reasons why you should make sure that everyone is buckled up before you travel on North Carolina highways. A simple solution to this problem: before you crank the motor vehicle, look around at all your passengers. First, make sure the children are buckled up. Then make sure all adults are buckled up, and then make sure yourself is buckled up. Even though there's other adults in the vehicle with you, you just telling them to put their seatbelt on before you crank the car can save them their lives and them money as well. By using this solution, the driver can feel confident everyone is safe and ready for travel. Drivers need to remember that an accident can happen in a split second. It is too late to put your seatbelt on once an accident has already occurred. It is too late to put your seatbelt on once law enforcement is already behind you with their blue lights and sirens on. It is too late to tell your loved one to put their seatbelt on when the trooper's already knocking at the front door. One might argue that a fine is worth taking for the simple comfort of not having to wear your seatbelt. I can conclude that that is a very foolish and selfish thing to do to you or your loved ones. The simple fact that you might lose your life not only affects you, but will affect your parents, your family, your friends, and even other people in the community. Now that you know the consequences and the solution, here's something for you to visualize. Visualize you and your family are traveling down a highway on a vacation, and in a split second, you are in a motor vehicle accident. At this point, if you are more likely to have a positive outcome and be okay just by having your seatbelt on. Now visualize that people in the vehicle was not restrained. Think of how a family vacation would end up with either you or one of your loved ones or one of your family's friends dying in a motor vehicle accident on the way to a family vacation. Simply not wearing your seatbelt is a very foolish and selfish thing. I'm going to show you a quick 30-second video on wearing your seatbelt, and this is exactly what I hope that you visualize when I'm talking about going down the road with your family, what could happen from not wearing your seatbelt. That video is entitled Second Chance. Let this speech and let that video be your second chance. Don't go on a North Carolina highway, don't drive a motor vehicle without having your seatbelt on. In North Carolina, driving is a privilege, it's not a right, like many argue. If you abuse the privilege, you will be fined and you can be criminally liable. And like I said, simply having your seatbelt on can save your life. After hearing this speech, I hope everyone has seen the consequences of not wearing your seatbelt. I hope everyone has seen the positives of wearing your seatbelt. I hope everyone has visualized what could happen from not wearing their seatbelt and takes this and keeps it in their memory, make sure they're buckled up before they drive on a North Carolina highway. Just simply wear your seatbelt every time you're in a motor vehicle. And remember, click it or ticket.